philosophy. It is important actually that we are practicing, because by practicing you will get realizations. By practicing you will get spiritual realizations. Because Vaishnava are not ordinary people. Vaishnava, pure Vaishnava, they are very powerful personalities. Like Mahaprabhu said many times, the chanting of Haridas Thakur is purifying the whole universe. Such power has the chanting of Haridas. And he also said, Sanatana Goswami's service, Rupa Goswami's service. The service purifying the whole universe. So, before we can preach to others about Krishna, we have to know Krishna. If we want to give Krishna consciousness, you have to have it first. It is not possible to give something you not have it. You just repeat. And you can read books, but if you have not realized, your words will not really affect, really touch the heart of the others. So, in the past also, I read in many of Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's articles, the Vaishnava was especially also much caring for the proper understanding what is spiritual life. Because this is the essence, we are going, this is our aim. We want to become servant of Krishna. So if you have not real proper understanding and think these external worlds, we can break down Krishna to the material plane. It is not possible. He is not a member of this material world. So we have to become a member of the spiritual world. We have to become spiritualized. Spiritual realization has to be made. And it is not cheap. So we have to become very serious. I would like to give my opinion to this World Vaishnava Association, that it can become even much more powerful if we act or practice spiritual life and act according to the previous acharyas. To put more attention to the inner, to the soul of Krishna, than to the external. Externally of this material world. So we are trying to practice in our temple according to our Gurudev, Prabhupada Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and all acharyas, Prabhupada Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Kesha Maharaj, Madhav Maharaj, Siddha Maharaj, especially in his books, only talking about Krishna. Never forgetting Krishna, always remembering him. This is our aim. So, please excuse me for my word. If I did any offense, please excuse me. But I personally think the preaching of our previous acharyas has to continue. At least some places, and possible everybody can practice on this expected platform, the Acharyas preaching. And for this there are many institutions who are helping devotees. The general people can also get in contact with Krishna consciousness. But we should always never forget the aim. Focus the aim. What is our aim? To become servant of the Supreme Lord. If you forget this, if our aim becomes to follow the four regulative principles, or to become vegetarian, if this is our aim, then we have missed the goal. Sorry, this time.
Hare Krishna, I personally feel very inspired to be here and meet so many different members of different monks and missions, and seeing the Vaishnava behavior amongst all of us in friendship, and that we all understand that there is one family. And all the points made by the previous speakers are very significant, both speaking about different approaches, cultivating a proper consciousness, spiritual practice that we cultivate on our own adhika, on our own consciousness, that we raise it so that we can raise to a platform of proper interaction, as well as cooperation and collaboration, and like Muni Maharaj was just mentioning, also proper forms of etiquette in meeting each other and not repeating my same mistakes. And I would wish to see that these things get maybe like protocoled, so that some practical outcomes coming out of the whole conference, so that this can be communicated to the various leaders of the monks and temple presidents, so that what's discussed here is so valuable that it should be shared in the various web pages, and the protocols could be shared amongst the various leaders. Like now there's 2 here of ISKCON, but there are hundreds of temples and presidents, gurus, and after Chanyamas there are so many hundreds of sannyasis, and that this really like becomes a culture of education. It's a really matter of education and creating a tradition and culture of interaction, preaching, that from now on, I'm sure much already has been done, but this is really like a long-term approach, cultivating the congregations, cultivating the preachers, the leaders, pursuing also maybe some more focused forms of reconciliation. Like it was mentioned before, that if it's a grassroots approach of dealing nicely with each other, but leaders who has been heard, or people who has been heard, that there's also some specific, perhaps focus on reconciliation and healing wounds. So there's so many areas actually of cooperation and of working together. Of course also preaching, like yesterday, this beautiful experience, all of us going out and doing Harinam, and maybe even at the other festivals like in Puri, Puri, so many people come together, and many of these are not even Vaishnavas, and we invite everybody to pour the robes. So why not also other Vaishnavas? And both in terms of sadhu, guru and shastra, it's all actually authorized. But of course the prejudices are there, and things which happened before, so it may take time. And in the interfaith, it is said also that to build trust and respect is the foundation of all of the work. So this takes most of the time, and once it has been broken, like a vessel which has been broken, it's difficult to repair, when you can even see the scratches, especially if it's in 1,000 pieces. So I would suggest to really look for a long-term approach with the visionaries who are present here, to see how the leaders communicate to the bases, to the congregations,